Hi everyone, it's time for a new pattern today. Go down to pattern-collections.com, find Pattern Focus, scroll down until we find the one we're doing today. Yesterday's was water flow, so today is weights. Wait for it to load. There's no video on this yet. For those of you who are interested, make sure you check out this Creative Pattern Tangling ebook. It's part of the Creative Pattern Tangling journey. All sorts of fun stuff. I may do a video just on the journey and see what's going on there. But that's going to be a separate thing. So here we go. This one's called Weights by Teresa Beebe. So the first thing we're going to do, well, at least it shows it doing it this way, is to do a line. I don't know how you would draw this. Draw two, and then on the outside of those do two, and then inside two, outside two. Yeah, that might be the easiest way to do it. Easiest way might be to do it is to draw a parallel line here, and then on the outside of that, draw the two like that. I don't know what's going to be the easiest way to draw this. And then you're going to fill that in so that it's like this. It might almost be easier to just draw a line that goes down, over, down, back, down, over, down, back. That might be easier for me. Don't know about you. Just saying. And then we'll put a little circle in those smaller spots. And then the same thing over here in the smaller spots. And it looks like that. So actually, you know, if you're going to do it in a big grid, you know, a full-on pattern and not just like a ribbon, maybe do the two and then skip a spot, do the two, skip a spot, do the two, so forth, and then come over here and do it here. Does that make sense? I'm not sure what is going to be the easiest way to draw this pattern. And so that's going to be part of the challenge on this one, is to play with it and see what is the easiest way to draw this pattern. So let's just turn on my light and give it a go. Light. Close your eyes, everyone. It's not quite as glary today. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's just glary. I am hoping that whenever I get into my new studio that I'm able to figure out how to do lights in such a way that I don't have this issue anymore. Anyway, sorry, I got to have a little lozenge for my throat. I'm going to give myself a little border just because I don't like going next to the edge. You don't have to, and I don't always leave it there, but you never know. I'm just trying to figure out what is the easiest way to draw this. And I think I'm going to use my pencil and just kind of figure it out. So the step out shows us going with two lines, and then two lines, and then two lines, and two lines, like that. And then you're supposed to go across like this and connect them. But if I do my two lines like that, I'm not going to necessarily come to the right place. You guys can't see what I'm doing. See, I'm going to end up with these big gaps because that line isn't the same distance as this space. That's an issue. Because see, then if I do this, And that doesn't even hit. And if I go do that, that doesn't even hit. This line's about the same size as that line, but I didn't make the spacing in here the same. So that's going to cause an issue. So I don't think I want to draw it like that, because I think that's just going to give me grief. You can absolutely play with these patterns in pencil first. Absolutely. Don't feel like you have to only use a pen when you're playing with patterns. Because we're doing creative pattern tangling. We're taking patterns and being creative with them. And in order to do that, you can absolutely use pencil. You can, if you need to. I don't like using a straight line just because I don't find that that's fun for me, is to be precise. But if you want to be super precise and put your little ruler down and make, you know, every line go 1, 2, 3, and then skip 1, 2, 3, and go 1, 2, 3, and skip 1, 2, 3, and make them exactly the same size. You know, you didn't see any of that. I didn't realize I was that far off. Okay. So, like I said, you want to skip the even amount and draw the even amount, and then skip the even amount and draw the even amount, and make it all perfectly lined up. If that's your thing, go for it. I'm a little more loosey-goosey and organic, and so this doesn't work for me. But if it works for you, you know, there's nothing that says that you have to do it exactly the same way as everybody else. Okay, so I'm wondering if it's easier for me to do the line, then over, then down, then back, then down, then over, then down, then back. This is probably easier for me to get in the flow of this pattern, because if I'm not having to think about how it's going exactly, I'm more likely to get in the flow. And then the same here. This will be the outside, and I'll go in and over and back and in and over and down and in. Yeah, that's more likely to be how I will need to draw it to make me happy. I had a hard time with just those lines. This is easier for me. Okay, so that's how I'm going to draw it. I'm just going to leave those there. No, I'm not going to leave those there because I want to play also maybe a little bit with scale. And so in order to play with scale, I'm going to actually have to get rid of that and just, we're just going to play. Okay, so pen. And I changed over to this Faber-Castell Pitt pen in small. Can you see that? No. In small. I like this. This is working well for me. So I'm just going to go over and up and over and down, over and up, over and down, over and up, over and down, over and up, over and down. And I just realized you are too zoomed in, so you can't see my whole tile. And there, like that. So I'm going to go in and over and back, and over and back, and over and back, over and back, like that. That looks good. And then here, let's try a skinny, like that, and then down, and super skinny there. And then what happens if What happens if we curve this line instead of making it straight? Don't know. What do you think will happen? Let's make a little bit of a curve. And curve. And curve. And curve. Like that. See what happens. Why not? Oh, that went a weird way. That didn't go quite as planned. That's a little odd. Oh well. So you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to start morphing this into a different shape. Okay, well, I've managed to morph it from squares to rounds somehow. I don't know. I just was playing. I was enjoying myself, and that's what happened. I do want a border, but I don't want it to be the same as every border I've ever drawn, and I know I've never done this as a border, so something like that. Why not? And then the step out shows kind of a thing here. And it shows one in there, but I don't really have room in there. So I'm going to just do a dot. Matter of fact, I got really skinny in all of them. I didn't really leave a lot of room. So I'm kind of trying to be a little bit true to the step out. The only one that really is this first one. I'm just morphing across the page. What the heck? I just played with it. And remember, I am not teaching you how to draw this pattern. I am totally not teaching you how to draw this pattern. What I'm doing is I'm letting you follow along with me as I play with various patterns. I've never done this pattern before, and so I enjoyed learning this, but I also enjoyed morphing it into something else. I'm going to shade just one side of each of these little things. See what that looks like. If I don't like it, I can always erase it. Oh, the Amazon guy's here again. Is that our delivery? Oh, no, that's the neighbor. Okay, good. I didn't think we had ordered anything. I know my son ordered some stuff, but I thought it was not. He just ordered it this morning. Not enough time for them to get it here, although I must say, we are near a hub. And there are some times where you can get it same day. But he's only ordered it about an hour ago, so that's unlikely. Okay. And I think I want some shading here, and here, and here, and here. And yes, I know I put the shading on different sides of my border. Those two are on the inside. These two are on the outside. Alright, I think I'm done. It's not the most intricate pattern ever, but it could be. I don't know. It would make a really good filler. And like I said, I was just playing and things just sort of morphed, and I didn't really have a plan to do that. But you never know what's going to come out of your pen when you start to play. Just allow your mind to be free and to say, what if I do this? What if I do that? And go for it and just let it evolve. There is absolutely no reason to have to follow a step out exactly the way that the original artist came up with the steps. There's absolutely no reason. You don't have to. The point is to take the pattern as a base to create your own unique individual art. And, you know, sometimes you need to practice the step outs exactly the way they are. And sometimes you need to just let it go and do your own thing. So you guys do whatever feels right in your heart, and go out and do something nice for somebody today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.